there's something very important missing from supermarket shelves. A major Huy Fong Sriracha shortage. A drought in Mexico has caused unprecedented chili shortages. They're even running out of bootleg versions. Wait, is it possible? Ox brand, no. I refuse to live in a post-Sriracha hellscape. Sriracha Saga Episode 2. When we last left off, Huy Fong Sriracha is nowhere to be found in my town of Los Angeles, and profiteers are exploiting this on eBay. But I did find a bottle of Lee Kum Kee Sriracha, and that wasn't easy either. Can it satisfy my Huy Fong Sriracha fix? It's a good sauce made from a respected name in Asian sauces, but it doesn't have that bright, aggressive punch of Huy Fong. It's a danker sauce, sort of the offspring of the rooster sauce and Tapatio. I'm not satisfied. I'm gonna make my own. Is this the key to the rooster sauce mystery? Sriracha Saga Episode 3. Saw this generic-looking sriracha bottle at a Korean market. For almost 30 years, Huy Fong Sriracha had a partnership with Underwood Farms as its red jalapeno supplier. In 2016, this partnership came crashing to a halt with a blockbuster lawsuit that found Huy Fong at fault. With a different pepper supplier, people noticed that the rooster sauce had changed. And now Underwood is making their own sriracha with the peppers they used to supply to Huy Fong. Is this the real deal? At first, I definitely got chills seeing the bright red sauce. It's not as thick, but it's got that OG sriracha forward taste in the front. But then it fades to sour, shrill notes. It just doesn't deliver the goods. My sriracha journey continues. The rooster sauce is missing, and everyone is losing their minds. Time to take matters in my own hands. Sriracha Saga Episode 4. Now I've tried some contenders. It's time to make it. It was impossible to source red jalapenos, so I found its hotter cousin, the Fresno chili. They even look like the Huy Fong bottle. A pound of chilies deseeded, broken down, 4 cloves of garlic, 3 tablespoons of salt, 3 tablespoons of sugar, a paper towel and cap placed gently on top so it can breathe and ferment for 3 days. After fermented, it's blended with 1/3 cup of vinegar, then boiled and simmered till thick. The result is powerful, delicious, very sriracha-like. The next episode, I'm going to put it to the test against the last 7 grams of Huy Fong I have. Walmart charging $42.50 for 17 ounces? Sriracha Saga Episode 5. Because Huy Fong Sriracha has gone missing, I've tried a lot of contenders, and they all basically have the same ingredients. But why don't they taste the same? But when I was at my local pho shop, I had a knockoff Huy Fong that was pretty close. They even kind of copied the bottle shape, and it got me thinking. The quality of ingredients are important, but just like fine wine needs aging, the best sauces need the right fermentation to get the flavor. And the proprietary Huy Fong bottle allows the sauces to expand and breathe when needed. There was even an exploding bottle controversy a few years back, but that's another story. I asked the pho shop owner for some samples for further research as my quest continues. The first hot sauce billionaire, David Tran, is the American dream on steroids. Sriracha Saga Episode 6. As I searched for the missing sriracha and try other brands, I think about David Tran. He arrived as a refugee on the Huy Fong freighter. He did have a life savings of $20,000 worth of gold tucked into cans of condensed milk that helped him launch his business. First selling hot sauce door to door in recycled baby food glass jars, and then building the Rooster brand into the iconic, uncompromising force it is today. But is it a force when it is missing? I tried this Yellowbird sauce. It's a good sauce that's acid forward, like a love child between the Rooster sauce and Tabasco. It didn't have the depth and funk of the Huy Fong, and my journey continues. All the sriracha is gone, and now I'm going to sacrifice the last 7 grams of Huy Fong for science. Sriracha Saga Episode 7. Time to taste and rank them all. Lee Kum Kee, 8 out of 10. Underwood Farms, 6 out of 10. Yellowbird, 6 out of 10. 3 Mien, 7 out of 10. My homemade sriracha, 8 out of 10. And Huy Fong, the last 7 grams. I will be objective. I want to like the other sauces more. I can't! 10 out of 10. It's just a superior sauce. It's balanced, it's spicy, and its fermentation gives it character. The closest another sauce got was the Lee Kum Kee, but the rooster sauce is king. I hope it comes back. If the profiteers on eBay aren't bad enough, there's news reports of people stealing Huy Fong from restaurants. Sriracha Saga Episode 8. Now, Los Angeles is a big city, and I'm determined to find it. I decided to go to LAXC, the Costco of Thai food. Such a huge selection of Asian food, but their sauce aisle was bare, even of bootleg versions. Nearby, I traveled to Chinatown, searching through some small mom-and-pop grocery stores. What is the double chicken brand? But then, out of the corner of my eye, I saw something in a restaurant. Could it be the rooster? It's been over 2 months without a drop of rooster sauce to be found. Sriracha Saga Episode 9. Now, I've been seeing some promising signs. Some red jalapenos from Mexico, an avalanche of inventory from competitors, but still no Huy Fong. Reports are saying that it's not going to end soon. A bunch of you urged me to try the Tabasco Sriracha. Like Huy Fong, Tabasco is also a family-run business. They both make plushies. It's well-reviewed. Tony says it's better than Huy Fong. With expectations low, I was actually impressed with this sauce. It's well-rounded, and it attempts to unite the cults of Tabasco and Huy Fong. Maybe it's a bit on the sweet side, and I taste a lot of smoke. But it's not hot enough. It's good, but different. And my quest continues. Rooster Sriracha selling for $120 a bottle? Even the Weather Channel is talking about price gouging. Sriracha Saga Episode 10. Now, I'm a persistent guy, and I've traveled far and wide for my Huy Fong fix. But I found nothing, and I'm not going to give in to the profiteers on eBay and Amazon. Last year when there was a shortage, but not as extreme, Huy Fong was able to deliver sauce to their buyers in September. So maybe after summer, the madness will be over. In the meantime, here are some alternatives that will take the edge off. The Tabasco Sriracha. For me, not hot enough, but it's an inexpensive, impressive sauce. Out of the dozens of contenders I tried, Lee Kum Kee came the closest, but it's not as good as the rooster. And finally, this one's outside the box, but Lao Gan Ma Chili Crisp slaps so hard, it might make you forget about the rooster. Is my quest for Huy Fong Sriracha over? And sweet victory in my grasp? Sriracha Saga Episode 11. Let's recap. The rooster sauce is missing, people are price gouging, stealing from restaurants, and there doesn't seem to be any end in sight. I got a tip from a private group that Huy Fong was available at the Hawaii supermarket in San Gabriel Valley. Limit 2, $9.99 each. Driving over there like a maniac. And then I saw this post. Oh man, they're going fast. All gone. I was thinking about trying chin su, but they list carmine as an ingredient, and as a vegan, I don't eat crushed up beetles. On the bright side, I did discover a promising-looking vegan bacon. And they gave me free hand sanitizer. They want $500 for a bottle on eBay? Sriracha Saga Episode 12. Today did not start out great. On top of that, my phone stopped working, and I had an existential crisis wondering if I should keep creating content. But worse yet, the rooster sauce is still missing. The New York Times finally addressed the shortage. And I haven't stopped looking. And you people inspire me, and I owe a debt of gratitude to the community that has supported me, commiserated, cheered me on. You are awesome, and the reason I do this kind of stuff. And Jen, thanks for sending me the 2 bottles. It went from a bad day to the best day ever. Something's wrong with Sriracha. I tasted the new Sriracha and the old Sriracha side by side, and the old Sriracha was definitely a more delicious sauce. Considerably better than the new release sauce. Their formula hasn't changed. Sriracha's just a few simple ingredients, and the way they make it hasn't changed. But there's been issues sourcing vine-ripened red jalapenos ever since they broke from their longtime supplier, Underwood Farms, 8 years ago. The new Sriracha's color is orange. The old Sriracha's red. The bright red comes from perfectly ripe red peppers. Evidence that the new Sriracha peppers are not the same. So the problem are the peppers that Huy Fong is using. So what's the solution? Try Underwood Farms' version of Sriracha? I have. It's not good. I have confidence that Huy Fong will work out their sauce, and it will continue to improve and be restored to its former magic. This doesn't taste like the rooster sauce. Sriracha Saga Episode 13. Now it's been almost 6 months since I've had my Huy Fong Sriracha fix, and that will end right now. There still is a scarcity, but I'm seeing it pop up in a couple places. An Asian market in Arcadia. The Galleria supermarket in Northridge. Still overpriced, limit 1 per customer. But it looks different. Not the same fire engine red, more of a burnt orange color. The expiration date is June 2025. So this was recently manufactured, most likely from a brand new pepper source. But does it taste the same? Now I have a good memory when it comes to food and flavors. And this tastes different. It's still excellent, but it's sweeter, maybe a little less acidity. Still super delicious. I would call this Sriracha 3.0. I'm vegan, but apparently not vegan enough for some people. Whenever I post a Sriracha video, I get this. Looking at the ingredients of a Huy Fong bottle, there are no animal-derived products. But it's actually more complicated. It's the sugar. In North America, much of our sugar supply is processed through bone char, burned up animal bones used as a filter to whiten the sugar. Other celebrated accidentally vegan foods like Swedish fish, Oreo cookies, and Sour Patch Kids also use sugar processed through bone char. You can avoid bone char sugar by never eating out at a non-vegan restaurant, buying organic sugar, or buying sugar made from beets. And I definitely respect vegans who make the choice to avoid these products. But I don't avoid them. To me, being vegan is doing the best I can. And I'd rather inspire people to make choices instead of limiting those choices. Will Sriracha ever be the same again? The Huy Fong Sriracha at stores right now is not Sriracha. First, you can tell by the color, which is a muddy greenish brown, but the flavor as well. It's not well balanced, it's bitter, it's not the same sauce. Huy Fong actually stopped production of the sauce until they can better source red jalapeno peppers. But I definitely think that their standards are slipping if they put this stuff out on the market. Today I was at a neighborhood market and I noticed that the Sriracha they were selling was not brown, but the bright red from the before times. It expires next year, 2025. Definitely an old batch of the OG Sriracha. I bought a bottle, but I left some for you. So if you're in the San Fernando Valley, Cambridge Farms has a batch of the OG. Overpriced at $8 a bottle, but worth it. And greed, backstabbing, $23 million. I keep on getting tagged in a post of this creator explaining the Huy Fong Sriracha shortage. The creator focuses on the dispute between Huy Fong and their estranged pepper supplier Underwood Farms. Now, Huy Fong losing its supplier is a factor, but they stopped getting peppers from them 7 years ago. And the drought affected all Sriracha makers, not just Huy Fong. Even the bootleg versions were missing or sold out. But as some brands started to make it back on the shelves, many with ingredients sourced from overseas, So why is it taking so long for Huy Fong to deliver the sauce? I think it's about the legacy of a hot sauce empire. My theory is owner David Tran is so uncompromising about the quality of his flagship sauce that he refuses to use substandard peppers to make it. On the bright side, I recently saw it on sale in Koreatown for $6.99.